But mainly they speak about happiness that, as you say, that is some small part of in life, and life is mainly suffering. But in the concept of Anand, it's different. But Anand is very rare to achieve, isn't it?
Shakti Bhai, we live in this world of reality, hard reality. We are facing the hard reality round the clock. And the world we live is also a creation, a part of creation of God. So it is not something away from the kingdom of God.
Yes.
Somehow it is related to that kingdom of God.
Jay.
And one is free to express his experiences of life. So we can't blame Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy, the English novelist of the 19th century, in one of his novels, probably it is in The Mayor of Casterbridge, that he has given us a very good sentence. And it contains almost the gist of his philosophy, the gist of his attitude towards life. He says, happiness is, if you are talking about the Ananta, happiness is but an occasional episode. Occasional episode means that comes from time to time. It's very rare, something rare. Happiness is but an occasional episode in the general drama of pain. The general drama of pain means usually we have pain. Usually it is pain, everywhere pain, always pain. And in that drama of pain, occasionally happiness occurs. So this is his attitude towards life. Actually, English literature is wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since I have taught some of the books, some of the poems, stories, novels to the students, my knowledge is not very good, but still I enjoyed English literature very much.
Yes.
And sometimes I remember a line here, a line there, something here, something there. For example, these days I'm translating an English poem. An English poem by Percy B.C. Shelley, P.B. Shelley. P.B. Shelley. He was one of the romantic poets of England. In English literature, there was a particular period known as Romantic movement.
Yes.
So, to that period, he belongs. For example, Keats, another poet, Wordsworth, and Shelley. So I am translating almost. I have almost completed my translation in poetry. His poem in Hindi poetry I have translated. It is about love. You see. I will show you that poem about love. So he says, I do not know what men call love. One of the lines like this. I do not know what men call love, but wilt thou accept not? But wilt thou accept not? The worship of the heart lifts ever. The worship of the, I forget, worship of the, our devotion to something apart from the sphere of our sorrow. Wilt thou accept not? And he says, desire of the moth for the star. Moth, you understand?
Yes.
Flying. Desire of the moth for the star. He runs towards the star. Of the night for the tomorrow, daylight. Of the night for the morrow. Our devotion to something afar from the sphere of our sorrow. This is love. Something afar from the sphere of our sorrow. We are surrounded by sorrow.
Yeah.
And there exists somebody, some power, and our devotion to that something afar. Our devotion to something afar from the sphere of our sorrow.
Yeah.
This is love. Moth runs towards the star. The night has a desire for the broad daylight of the night for the morrow. Our devotion to something afar from the sphere of our sorrow. So this is, in his view, this is love.
Yeah.
I do not know what men call love, but wilt thou accept not? The worship, the heart lifts ever. He says this is worship. The worship, the heart lifts ever, and heavens reject not. He's called love is something worship. This is worship. The worship that heart lifts above. We can say it's a sort of a prayer.
Yeah.
The worship the heart lifts above and heavens reject not. That worship even heavens do not reject. Even they accept it. So for the heavens, I think we can say God himself, the heavens, he uses the word the heavens, plural. So that type of worship, and the desire of the mouth for the star, of the night for the morrow. So this is love. I don't know what men call love, but this worship, this desire for something afar, that is love. So probably this is his idea of what man does by way of worship or by way of devotion.
Yes.
So this is how he has defined devotion or bhakti or...
Yes, but this is also important to keep in mind that at that time it was even hardly for Westerns to get any different points of view, because everybody was raised from a Christian point of view, where the God is punishing everyone, and sometimes some present or some candies were coming to the people. Where we see as a Westerns, not me, but this is I am talking as a Western point of view, that the perfect devotee of God, the perfect pious man, was crucified. So this paint all the conception of spirituality, of love, of devotion that Westerns has, because they don't have Mahaprabhu, they don't have Krishna, they don't understand that God indeed is pure Anand, it's joy. They see upside down, and for them God is very far, because they have Aishvarya. Not even Aishvarya, because Aishvarya, they can worship Narayan, Lakshmi, they see their gods even as a vigraha. But for Western, God not even a form. So it's just something very far from them, and it's very sad. If you think on that position, it's like to be in love with somebody that you don't know who is. You don't know name. For Bible, Jehovah is not the name of God. You know, they don't know the name of God. They don't know the name of their own God. Jehovah is the version of Yahweh. Yahweh for the Jewish. And Yahweh means the one who is. It's just an attribute of God. It's not the name of God.
Yes.
So they worship something with faith, but they don't know where is it, how is it, what he does, what he thinks. So it's very sad.
Yes, certainly.
So all this European poetry and theism has this background. And if you see on those times, the image of Jesus, they have been changing on time. But the image of Jesus was a very phallic, very skinny man, crucified with a face full of blood, suffering so much. But we see our Gauranga dancing, chanting, having ecstasy. So this is something they don't have.
The trouble or the problem starts with the thing that for them, God has no form.
Yes, first problem, big problem.
That's the only problem, I think. They have, their God has no form, no name.
No name. How you live without name?
How are we worshipping? Whom do we worship? We must identify some person first. How he looks. How he looks. When there is no form, the question of looking at him doesn't arise.
Yes.
So take for example the Christians. For them, God is without a name.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the Bible, the kingdom of God is mentioned.
Yes.
This is the phrase that is mentioned in the Bible. The kingdom of God. The kingdom of God.
Yeah.
But if you ask them, what's the name of your God? No.
No name.
It's a pity.
Yeah. Ask, where is the kingdom?
You are worshipping somebody throughout your life. And you do not know whom you are worshipping.
Yes, that's very sad.
To worship somebody means that somebody must have a figure, some form. This is for the Christians.
Yes.
Then Mohammedans.
Same.
The same.
Yeah.
They throughout their life they worship Allah.
Yes.
Khuda. But these are not the names of God.
No.
Allah or Khuda, these are not the names. It is just like God of the Christians.
Attributes, yeah. They translate Allah as the Supreme.
But this is not a name.
It's not a name, yes.
No.
This is an attribute.
So these two great, you can say, communities governing the world or ruling the world as a matter of fact. So widespread throughout the world, Christians and Mohammedans, they don't know whom they are worshipping. It comes to that practically.
Yeah.
I think it is only in India,
Yes.
that God is given a name.
Yes.
Name comes afterward. First the figure comes. We see somebody first. We see his figure first. Then we ask him, what is your name?
Yes. Yes.
So the figure and the name, both these things are possible only in India. I don't know what other countries have, or I haven't seen the world at large.
Yeah.
But in India. And in India particularly, Lord Krishna, Rama, and even Lord Krishna. People say we don't have historical proof of their birth.
There is so much proof. The history is full of proofs.
So far as the proof is concerned, it is only about Lord Gauranga. It is only Lord Gauranga who has proof. Proof is neighbors. His neighbors have written biographies of Lord Gauranga.
Yeah.
Murari Gupta, his Karcha. Murari Gupta was the person who took the child Nimai in his lap.
Yes. Yes.
Moved from place to place.
Yes.
He saw all the pranks of Nimai.
Yes.
What he did as a child, and whatever he did, he was a witness to them. Murari Gupta, the greatest evidence,
Yes.
historical fact. And then a number of companions of Mahaprabhu
Yes.
wrote poems about him.
Yes. No, but it's a fact that Gauranga Mahaprabhu was there.
Mukund was his companion. Vasudev Ghosh, Govind Ghosh, and there were three brothers. They wrote poems about Mahaprabhu, his Leela, and so many. So his very companions, his neighbors,
Yes.
belong to his own time. They wrote about him.
Yes. But for Krishna also there are proofs.
And then Shivanand Sen, and his son Kavi Karnapur.
Yes.
Kavi Karnapur.
Yes.
So they knew all about Mahaprabhu and they wrote about him.
Yes.
Rai Ramanand.
Yes.
Rai Ramanand, he was one of his favorites.
Yes.
Rai Ramanand. Probably he also wrote a play. Jagannath Vallabh.
Yes.
Jagannath Vallabh drama he wrote.
Yes.
And then Prakashanand Saraswati, who became Prabodhanand Saraswati,
Yes.
he saw Mahaprabhu and he described him.
And he followed Mahaprabhu.
His figure, his beautiful figure, his charming,
Yes.
attractive figure, Prabodhanand Saraswati.
Yes.
He wrote a lot about him.
Yes.
Kavi Karnapur wrote Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak, Chaitanya Chandrodaya.
Yes.
So there are a lot of historical figures, historical evidences that Lord Gauranga existed.
Yes. But for Krishna also, because Dwarka city was found.
Yes, but those evidences are not so strong as.
Yeah, because also 5,000 years is a lot of time for us. So
But the thing, there is one great difference. What we know about Lord Krishna is not written by his contemporaries. By his contemporaries, Krishna's contemporaries, was there anybody who saw and wrote about him? I don't think.
But is something from back in that time?
Yes, we can see, for example, the Gita. It is a proof before us, no doubt.
Yes.
Because the battle was going on Kurukshetra.
Yes.
And Sanjay was describing what was happening there to Dhritarashtra. So that is, of course, we can say that one of Lord Krishna's companion, or what we say, contemporary, was proof. Otherwise, some was a rishi that is Sarvagya. Rishi ones who see the past, who see the present, and who see the future. So they are exceptional. These rishis, what they say about Lord Krishna. For example, we say that even before the birth of Lord Rama, Valmiki had written his biography. Valmiki. Even before Lord Rama was born, he wrote his work in Sanskrit. Tulsidas wrote afterwards.
Yeah.
But after his birth, Lord Rama came in Treta Yuga, and Tulsidas was born in Kali Yuga. But at least Valmiki was the person who wrote much before the birth of Lord Rama. So it's very interesting that in other religions there is no figure of God and there is no name of Lord.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting one thing I remember. It is in Charit Sudha. I remember Bade Baba. There is a place known as Kalna in Bengal. And in Kalna, what was the name? Devoted to the name of the Lord, Kalna, I'm forgetting the name. Then he left us, and his place was there. In Kalna, his place was there, and his followers were there. Bade Baba went to Kalna, and they saw that they were chanting. What they were chanting? On the beats, Naam, 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 Naam.
Naam?
Yes, just as we say Hare, Hare, Krishna, Ram, all that.
Yes.
They were chanting Ram, Naam, Naam, Naam.
Okay.
Bade Baba asked, what are you doing? We are we are chanting Lord's name. What name are you chanting? Naam, 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 Naam. They are just chanting this. Because they misunderstood their Guru Maharaj.
Chant the name. Chant the name. And so chant.
Then Babaji Maharaj, Bade Baba told him, no, this is meaningless. There must be some particular name of your deity.
Yes. Good. So what happened after that?
No, they got corrected.
Very good.
This is in Charit Sudha.
Very good.
Sometimes the name slips from the mind.
Yes.
Very famous name. He was a Siddha Purush, Siddha Mahatma, Kalna. But because he was devoted to Naam, so he is Naamist.
Naamist.
Probably it was Bhagwan Das. Siddha Bhagwan Das of Kalna. He is known as that, Siddha Bhagwan Das of Kalna. So this is the beauty of the name.
Dada, what was the relationship between Bade Baba and Ramakrishna? Do you have some stories about this? Because I remember I read they were in contact quite often, but what more?
So far as I know, both of them were contemporaries. Bade Baba went to Ramakrishna Paramhansa, and probably Ramakrishna Paramhansa also came to him.
Yeah.
And both of them addressed them one another as Dada, elder brother. Once it so happened that Bade Baba went to see Ramakrishna Dev. They had talks with them, and when Bade Baba took leave of him, Ramakrishna Dev said, wait a minute, let me ask Ma. Ma means mother. Let me ask Ma whether she has to say something.
Achha.
Whether she has to say something.
Ramakrishna was speaking about Kalima?
Yes. Goddess. So he went inside the room where he had, he used to worship the goddess.
Yes.
And then came back with a garland in his hands. And he put the garland around the neck of Bade Baba. And then he allowed to go. What does it mean? It means, so far as I understand, it means that he went to his goddess and told him about the presence of Bade Baba and told her that he was leaving. And certainly the goddess must have told Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev, honor him with a garland.
Yes.
This I have read. And then similarly, Mahatma Sri Kumar Ghosh and Bade Baba, they met together. There is one particular chapter in Charit Sudha telling us how Sri Kumar came to Bade Baba. And they had jokes between them. Both of them had jokes.
Sri Kumar was Mahatma?
Yes, he is known as Mahatma. He is known as Mahatma, just as Mahatma Gandhi. Similarly, Mahatma Sri Kumar Ghosh. Mahatma is used before his name. Then the joke was, by that time, Mahatma Sri Kumar Ghosh had written Lord Gaurang in 2 volumes. In English, Bade Baba cut a joke. He said, you have sent a mlech. No, you have sent such a Brahmin. He is so particular about the ethics and the rules and all that. Such a Brahmin you have sent to among mlechas, among foreigners. And then Sri Kumar Ghosh replied, I know how nasty Brahman your Gaurang is. So don't talk about him. So such jokes they cut. Because particularly for the foreigners, Mahatma Ghosh wrote Lord Gaurang.
Yes.
Particularly for the foreigners.
Yes, yes.
and it was very popular.
By the way, this Sri Gauranga by Sri Kumar Ghosh is a book that was passed to me by Dada. So we will soon start having the readings of these chapters. I have it.
That is an abridged edition.
Yes.
Both the volumes put together.
Yes.
And abridged.
Yes.
So that is abridged.
Yes.
But what my grandson sent you, that
yes,
you will have the full.
Yes, I will do the readings of this as well. I have been going through the first book actually, and there appears many lilas and stories that are not in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Also, they are not in Chaitanya Bhagavata.
Yes, yes.
So it's very interesting to know more about Sri Gauranga, how he was, his mood, his companions, etc. So this we will start reading very soon. Also in the channel, I will do readings with your blessings. I will do it correct because you passed me this book, so I understand that this is something I must do as seva as well for all the ones who are watching. Is any other story about Ramakrishna that you remember? Ramakrishna also has a disciple, a female disciple, who was also Siddha. What was the name?
Ramakrishna Paramahansa, as a matter of fact, practiced a number of religions and the schools of thought.
Yes.
For example, he was a worshipper of Shakti.
Yes.
Goddess.
Yes. Yes.
Number one. Number two, he took Diksha, I will say Diksha, from Totapuri. Totapuri, who belonged to the Shankar Math. I am Brahma himself.
Yes.
I am Brahma.
Monist.
And then he also practiced the religion of Mohammedans.
I didn't know that.
So he tasted all these things, different things. And but he was very practical.